Today on my channel, Empowered Beauty, I'm going to go deep into history, deeper than vintage, into the Viking era, and we're going to be making our own eyeliner, and we're also going to be doing a warrior, Shield Maiden, Mohawk inspired hair look. What you're going to need are a handful of almonds. If you have a mortar and pestle, that would be ideal. You're going to need an X-Acto blade. You're going to need an open flame, a candle, and I have here pure organic Jamaican black castor oil to blend with my almonds later on. Why almonds? Well, I looked up the original ingredients of what Vikings used for their dark warrior eye makeup, both men and women, and it included antimony, burnt almonds, great, lead, not so great, oxidized copper, ochre, ash, malachite, and chrysocolla. So we're gonna just use almonds, and I'm taking a note from our Middle Eastern sisters, and I'm gonna mix it with castor oil. You're gonna take your X-Acto knife and stab an almond, and you're gonna hold it over your open flame. I'm sure the Vikings had a better system in place than to go almond by almond. And my husband and I were discussing where did they get all of those elements like chrysocolla and antimony and lead. And it did indeed protect them from the glare of the sun and from eye damage. But we also know that lead is really bad for the skin, and it dries it out, it poisons your brain, and it slowly kills you. So yeah, looking good. So we've got our torched almond, and I'm gonna bring it back over to my mortar and pestle. In some of the videos I saw, you would burn it, extinguish it, and then scrape the thin layer of soot from the almond, but that is labor intensive. So I have found that with the mortar and pestle, I can burn it pretty much to the core so that it is entirely a blackened almond, and then I can crush it. And still the oil has integrity, and it's becoming a paste. So I don't think I'm gonna have to add too much castor oil to make it a fluid liner. We've tried the whole thing, success. Awesome, so I'm gonna put it back in, and I'm gonna crush it in with the rest of it. You really wanna make sure everything is super ground, because remember, we're gonna be putting this around our eyes, or you're just gonna watch me do it and see if I go blind. So now I think I've got about 7 or 8 almonds worth of product here. As you can see, let's play with it a little bit. It's very thick and pasty. It feels oily. So the integrity of the oil has maintained, and I can, oh my God, am I gonna go in business? What should I call my product? Viking Goddess, Shield Maiden, Falala, like give me your ideas in the comments below. All right, just a smidge of my oil, and I'm gonna put it on the side. I'm not just gonna go all in. Now I'm gonna take my Harry Potter makeup brush, thank you Kale for my present, and my few drops of black castor oil off to the side, and I'm gonna slowly mix into the consistency that I'm gonna kind of just go by feel. This is so far working far better than a burned cork from my World War II girls. Ah! Look at that! Oh my goodness. I think we might be ready to put on our Viking Shield Maiden warrior eye makeup. Let's do it. All right, we have made our mixture for the eyeliner, and I've already applied my foundation. Just basic. We're going into warrior woman mode. We're channeling Lagertha Lothbrok, and because I'm assuming they spend a lot of time out in the sun, I'm gonna add a little bit of light bronzer. Nothing crazy, nothing perfect. What Viking woman didn't wear Chanel bronzer, you know? Okay, so I think for this part, I'm going to do a light sketch first of the bird, and then I'm gonna fill in using my fingers. So I'm gonna take off my excess, so I'm just gonna do a light sketch, and I'm not gonna add too much of my homemade product. So again, we're gonna start with a guide. Beak, wings. I'm gonna use the contour of my eyebrows for the bird. I already feel badass. So far, I look like Frida Kahlo. What do you think, folks? We're gonna keep a horizontal line. Now that I have the general shade put in, I'm now going to go in using my fingertips to really lay on the pigment. I also want to add that this is a little gritty, even though I tried to be really thorough with my mortar and pestle. Now I know why some of those videos literally burn the almond and then scrape the almond and then burn it and scrape and burn it and scrape, so that the most fine powder can be obtained from the soot of the almond. But for my purposes, I'll get a nice exfoliation out of it, and hopefully I won't get any under my contacts. I'm gonna get as close. Oh heck, I'm just gonna go right into my eyeline. I feel protected from the sun. Do you think I'm protected from the sun? Okay, I'm gonna add some smudge, because I'm going into battle with COVID. I'm gonna kick its ass. Here we are. Okay, so last night I left my hair in braids, and that gives me sort of like a realistic texture that I estimate according to the show Vikings. Loosely plan ahead of time. So you want to have your parietal ridge, your part at the parietal ridge, which is where your head starts to curve on the top. So you're going to just take your fingers and create your section, take a little clip, get it out of your way. Next, I like to take the back of my head, push it forward, part it in the back. Then, you can see how old my extensions are. You're gonna do the same on the side. So you're gonna end up with 2 cornrows on the side. And you're gonna snap that out of your way. You're gonna take the section in front of your ear, smooth it, 3 sections. And then I do my first 3. And then what my secret weapon is for braiding your own hair is I only add hair from the bottom section. I don't worry about top. And what I like to do for my Viking look is to start curving this braid around my ear. So I just keep grabbing hair from around my ear to add to the French braid. And then I kind of stop as I approach the nape. I leave the nape out. And there's so much room for creativity with this. You don't have to braid all the way to the bottom. I think for this one I will, because I'm going to be adding some gold dreadlock clamps for decoration. And then you're going to repeat the process on the top braid. So we've got one side done, and we'll do the other side. The other side, we'll speed through. You're gonna take your horizontal section, clip it away. Take from in front of your ear, divide it into 3. Start your braid, let one dangle, and then scoop up some hair from the bottom. And I only scoop from the bottom so that the braid has more dimension and it's just easier. Already coming together. Stay tuned. So now I've let down my top section. My side braids are in place, and I have day-old hair. It's been pre-braided, so it's got a lot of good texture and volume, but I am just gonna take my brush and I'm gonna add a little bit of extra help. Excuse me. And I'm just gonna back comb it lightly to look a little crazier and a little bit more wild, and to give me some oomph to work with. Okay, now you're gonna have some bobby pins at the ready, and because French braiding on the top of your head is kind of hard, I'm gonna take the easy route for my audience, and we're gonna take inspiration from one of the pictures I saw where on the top she just kind of has more of like joined spots of metal clips. Start in the middle. I'm gonna take my bobby pin, I'm gonna open its little legs, I'm gonna straddle the section that I just twisted, and then I'm gonna boop, push it forward. Then I'm gonna go behind that section that I just took, scooch the sides out of my way, twist it. I'm gonna poof it again. Open the legs of your bobby pin, which is hard one-handed, but you can do it. Straddle and push. And I'm gonna leave the back for now. Next, I'm gonna take the sides and I'm gonna do the same thing. Now, I think what adds to the fierceness and the reference to Viking is you want to make your part clear. So I'm going to kind of like pull my hair up a little bit tighter, and I'm going to move it more towards the center, and I'm just going to do a long wrap. I'm going to twist everything in onto each other. And when I'm going to keep holding it with your non-dominant hand, and you're going to take your bobby pins and kind of like grab a piece from the top of the roll and then smush it in. Okay? So now you've got a nice tight part along here. I'll do it again on the other side. And then I'm just gonna kind of emphasize and work it with my hands a little bit to bring out some of the volume and texture that I just created. I like a lot of height in the crown to bring out sort of like that warrior Spartan Mohawk. I have these they're dreadlock wraps, they're hair clamps. You can find a lot of them on Amazon or just do a Google search. So what I like to do, you don't really want to get symmetrical, or you can get symmetrical, and you're just gonna pick spots and add a little bit more of that. Ooh, don't know where that went. I'll add one to the middle and one to the side. Just adding some finishing touches to my warrior eye makeup. And to finish my hair, I just took some pinches of the top section to kind of create the illusion to a crown, because I'm a warrior queen. I made sure I had volume in my crown, and you push your hair forward. You choose earrings that are also warrior. These are African porcupine quills. And then you're just ready for battle. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel, Empowered Beauty. You can also find me on Instagram at Canvas and Hair.